Good afternoon, Flosstube. It is Mandy coming to you with another update. Today is Saturday, October 10th, and I am here for Flosstube number 24. So, hope everyone has had a great week. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for pressing play and checking me out. And for returning subscribers, viewers, I thank you so much. I have had a little bit of an uptick in subscribers, so I thank you for coming and checking me out. I do know that yesterday Laura Stitching by the Shore had mentioned me because I am, and Stitches is going crazy. Laura mentioned to me that I am participating in her pumpkin birthday sale. And so maybe, and I know she linked me below, so maybe some of you are check me out from there. So I do greatly appreciate the shout out and anybody checking me out. So I've got a new start today, and I also have a page finish. You may have guessed it because I am going like him on that particular project that I'm wanting to get done by the end of the year. So we'll show that here in just a little bit. So I guess we'll just go ahead and dive right into it. I was thinking there was something I wanted to say, but I can't think of what that was. So we'll go ahead and start. So my new start is for Laura Stitching by the Shore for her pumpkin birthday sale. Happy birthday month to Laura. She wanted to have a little birthday sale to celebrate her birthday with her lovely stitching community, and so I had to jump on the bandwagon. I love Halloween stitching, and she wanted anything, she suggested to stitch anything with a pumpkin. So I know I showed this last week, but in my plans. So this is Boo Friends by Diane Arthurs, published by Imaginating. I absolutely love their charts. They use great symbols, very easy to follow, great color choices. Just I've done multiple patterns by this Imaginating, and I can't get enough of them. So I started right in the very middle. I am actually missing some colors, so I started working on this cat here in the middle, but I don't have the browns that I really need to get going on them, so I think I may have to make a run to Michael's later on so I can get those. I got some other errands to run, so I'll just pop in there real quick and get some DMC. But then I moved over and I got a pretty good start on this pumpkin. So I worked on this just one night. I am stitching this on a piece of 16 count white aida, 2 strands full cross, and here is my start. So like I said, I started in the middle, so I got that, started working on that little black line, that like vine that's running through there, and then got a great start on that pumpkin. So I was watching Bendy Stitchy's live Stitch with me and chatting with her and everyone else on that, and so I was just stitching away, and I got a lot done in one evening. And my needle minder is from Gina's Unique Needle Minders. So I love it. It is going to be such a fun piece to stitch up. I love the kind of quirkiness, the bright colors. The pumpkin, the main color of this pumpkin is DMC 721, and it is a really bright orange. So very happy colors for that. And so another piece that I picked up, I think I just started working it a little bit yesterday on lunch, on my lunch break, and so this didn't get a whole lot of attention on it, but it is the Sugar Skull from 2016 Halloween just cross stitch issue. Artwork is by Breanne Jackson, and I love this one. It's a really quick stitch. This is stitching stitch on a piece of 16 count Picture This Plus in Monster Mash. I love the color, love this material. So I think, yeah, since you saw it last, I finished up the right eye, and then I got a good start on the left. So stitching up pretty quickly too. No set deadlines. I'm trying to get either one of them finished, the last 2 pieces that I showed. Just stitching away at it. So yeah. So what you've all been waiting for, I guess this is probably going to end up being a pretty quick video because I don't really have a whole lot showing, because I've really just stitched on my eagles. There was a couple days that I didn't get a whole lot of stitching done, just hanging out with family and such, and so just by the time I got home, wasn't really in much of a mood to stitch. There was one night that I didn't even stitch. I think I hopped over to the couch on my lunch break. I got maybe 20 stitches done during lunch, but then busy evening, so I just never got any stitching done that night. But otherwise, for the most part, since my last video, I've been working on my eagles. So I'll show a picture here. It is Together We Stand, artwork by Jody Bergsma and charted by Heaven and Earth. If you are new to the channel, I have been showing this every week. And I started stitching this on January 1st, 2017. Heaven and Earth at that time was doing some challenges, and so I started it. It was perfect timing to be able to have a new year, new start that year. And while this has not been the only thing that I've stitched since then, it's been a big focus, especially last year. Was a big focus. There's a Facebook group. I think it's Stitchtalk, it's a Heaven and Earth, like side group, but it is focusing all on Heaven and Earth. I'll put the link down below. There's a lot of challenges. I haven't really focused on a lot of those challenges this year. I don't think I've even signed up for any of them just because of doing so many other challenges, but there's a lot of great challenges with that. So last year I know they had an Around the World challenge that I think I got like 50,000 stitches for that challenge or something like that. I don't remember now what it was. And so it's been a big focus piece, but not the only thing that I've worked on. So, I'm ready for the piece to get done. I absolutely love stitching on it. It has been such a joy to stitch on. But I'm ready for it to be done. As I'm sure I'll still miss stitching on it, but I'm ready for it to be done. I'm ready to move on to some other things. So I do want to share a couple little, well, why don't I go ahead and show it to you, and then I'll share my statistics with you that I've got. So like I said, I finished a page. Last time you saw it, I was working on page 45, which was over here, and I didn't have much of this filled in here at all. This is kind of hard for me to hold up, so all the extra fabric. And so I finished out page 45, and then I've got a great start on page 46 out of 49. And so there's the very last page is only like 20 inches wide, so that one will be really quick. I'll stitch pages 48 and 49 together. I tend to cross with those. But yeah, so this little, I can't read it, and I can't read it in the stock photo on the website, but I don't know if it's maybe like how Jody signed her artwork. So it's, from a distance, it's looking pretty cool, like that writing that's on his shoulder, I guess. So yeah, last night I even got, I think, almost 500 stitches done. I was watching a bunch of Flosstube for a while. Then I was watching the week's episodes of Jeopardy and Big Brother. And so I just stayed up until 1 o'clock stitching away. I couldn't put it down. So there was a big gap right here in this portion last night that I just worked on filling that in, and then started coming over here. It's one color that I'm working line by line and just filling that in as I go that way. So that's kind of why it's looking just that straight line right there. So I'm loving it. So loving it. I'm gonna put it down because that Q-snap is heavy with all that material. So the different challenges that I've been working on, really I'm just going to go through the statistics that I have for full coverage Fanatics. So in that Facebook group, they have a challenge this year of 25 different national parks. Each park, you stitch 4,000 stitches. You post a before and after picture, and then you can move on. So 4,000 stitches should be on one project unless you finish it. So because my eagles have been such a focus this year, the bulk of my of the parks for that challenge have been on the eagles. So I have a total of 17 out of the 25 parks completed, 15 of which have been on the eagles. So you take the 15 parks times the 4,000 stitches, that's 60,000 stitches on my eagles alone. So I've been getting a lot of stitching done this year, and I'm loving it. There's the other parks that I have completed or am working on is Shooting Star by Carolyn Manning Designs. I actually have that piece right here still, so loving that. And then the Mini Dart Goddess, I know you've seen it before if you've watched. I don't have that project handy at the moment, but it'll be a really pretty purple flower in that. And then my Mini Dart God, I just said that, Mini Stitching Moon by Amy Stewart. I've got 3 parks with each of those that are still on the go to complete. So I don't know at this point if I'll be able to get the full 25 parks done, but I'm making a strong effort to do so. So that's my stitching whips. My new start, my stitching whips. I don't have any finishes, no FFOs or anything like that, and so I just have a couple things to show for some haul, and that'll be it. So if you have not already seen your September cotton of color and cotton, and you get the all color fabric, then you may want to turn away. I just got this in the mail yesterday, so I know it's new, and I feel I've heard other people kind of give that warning, and I feel bad that I just, here you go, and you know, just kind of flash it without giving them that warning. So again, this is color and cotton, the any color fabric of the month. This is September, for the September 2020, and this one is also called Monster Mash. So we've got this Monster Mash, and then we've got this one, completely different look. And I have to say that I had the bendy stitchy, what does she call it, her James Bond look. I was stunned by this. It's just absolutely beautiful, and I cannot wait to stitch something on it. And it is just this absolutely stunning purple. There's a slight touch of modeling in pink, you know, like kind of maybe a darker purple, a bit of a pink. And I know the lighting's just blowing it out, it's not looking the best, but I absolutely love it. It's a stunning color. Again, it's color and cotton, September fabric of the month in Monster Mash, and I cannot wait to find something to stitch on it because it is going to be so pretty. Absolutely love it. So then I checked out last week, maybe a couple weeks ago, Sambrie Stitches. I'll put her below. Great videos. She was having a D-stash, and so there was a few things that I checked out, or you know, was checking out her page, and a few that I really liked, and so went ahead and got them. So the first one is Believe in Magic. It is a Bobby G Designs, and then it says Barbara Smith at the bottom, and adorable little snowman. Super cute. Believe in Magic. So no plans on getting that stitched anytime soon, but it's just too cute. And then Waxing Moon Designs, Search the Sky. I have seen Garrett Coffee Stitcher stitching this, and it's super cute. It's not necessarily the style that I usually go for, but it's so cute. I love it. So it says, may you never be too grown up to search the sky on Christmas Eve. I can't read in the camera backwards, so I have to look at it that way. So super cute. And then this one just made me chuckle right out loud, so I knew I had to have it. It's a hands-on design. It is called Blissfully Unaware, and it says, if you are reading this, you are blissfully unaware of what is creeping up behind you. Perfect Halloween stitch. I love the little hands. So that will be fun to stitch up. Doesn't seem to be all that big. I don't think I even looked at the... Let's see the stitch count handy. It's 124 by 120, so I guess it's bigger than I thought it was, but still, I think it's really cute, and I know words always stitch up really quick, so shouldn't be too bad. So I'll have to find the perfect purple for that. And then I just have a couple of digital patterns that I'll be flashing the pictures up here. I was shopping on Shannon Christine's website last night, and there's been a couple patterns that I've really wanted. Well, one particular that I fell in love with the first time I saw it and just hadn't done anything about getting it, so I finally decided to get last night. So the first one, again, I'll be putting the pictures because I got the digital patterns. This is Spring Wellies, and it's just so cute. Such a pretty color for those boots and pretty flowers. So no set plans on when I'm going to start stitching that, but I had to get that for my stash. And then the next one, again, picture will be coming up here, is called Taste Like Christmas. And there's a reason why I had to get this. I think it's just perfect, and it's really cute. I'm loving her Christmas designs. But quick little story behind it is that every year at Christmas growing up, for some reason it was always just a Christmas treat that we had. My mom would make poppy seed loaf, and our recipe that we have, I don't remember where she got it from, but it is a delicious delicious recipe. I know it's got almond flavoring and butter and vanilla, I think it is, but it's the almond, so my family has a thing for the almond flavoring, and oh my gosh, delicious. So for whatever reason, for years, Mom would just make it at Christmas time. My sister has taken over making it more often for different get-togethers or whatever, well, pre-2020, but different treats. So she's made it more throughout the year than Mom would. And so one time she made it and was eating it, and you know, my first thought was, it tastes like it's Christmas, because it, you know, that Christmas treat that was, you know, most often held at Christmas that I rarely had elsewhere. So eating this poppy seed loaf reminded me of Christmas. So when I saw this design that says Taste Like Christmas, I had to have it. So cute little story behind that. So that's about all that I have for the week. Plans, stitching away. Oh, well, I guess back to the national parks. I just finished Saguaro National Park, and so I'll be moving on to the next one with that. And so I've got 5 parks. So I've finished tier 4, getting ready to dive into that tier 5 for those last parks there, and then hopefully try to get some time to finish the parks that I've started on those other 3 pieces. So, but I can't put my eagles down. That's where I keep going to. I know I'm getting so close to that finish line, so I keep wanting to stitch that. So funny story, I don't think I mentioned it last week because I think it was after I filmed last week. So I was stitching it, hanging out at my sister's house. We were stitching, and my dad, I know I've mentioned it before, that my dad has the jacket with the artwork on it, and, you know, all that. He loves the piece. So he was asking me if I was stitching it for him. Now, mind you, his room has, because he lives with my sister, so, you know, he's got his one room, that every wall is covered with his pictures of cars. He's a big hot rod fanatic, has been for years. And so all of his walls are completely covered with posters and pictures, and he's wanting me to stitch my eagles for his bedroom. So I think we got a couple of ideas for, you know, maybe giving him some artwork out of the finished piece, but that finished piece will be mine. It will be on my wall. That 4 years of stitching, it's going on my wall. So I think I've rattled enough, if you're still with me. So thank you for watching and liking, subscribing, and all that good stuff. I do appreciate all of the likes and comments. I've gotten some very sweet comments from people, so really, really appreciate every one of you. So just wanted to say that. So I hope you have a wonderful stitching weekend and week, and we'll check again next week. So hope everyone has a good day. Take care.